Live every day like it's your last. Motivational. Inspired by the Hadzabe Tribe. Soft tone. Somewhere in the heart of Africa, the dawn breaks. The air is cool. The land is still. A fire crackles in the early morning silence. And the Hadzabe Tribe, one of the last true hunter-gatherers, awaken to a new day. They do not rush. They do not scroll. They do not complain about what they do not have. They rise with gratitude. They rise with purpose. They rise with the understanding that this day will never come again. Pause. To the Hadzabe, every sunrise is sacred. Every breath is a gift. Every hunt, every fire, every laugh, is a moment of life that can never be repeated. They live in the now, not in the regret of yesterday. Not in the fear of tomorrow, but in the heartbeat of today. Voice grows stronger. What if you lived that way? What if you woke up each morning knowing this could be your last sunrise? Would you still waste time on worry? Would you still hold grudges? Would you still postpone your dreams for someday? Pause. The Hadzabe cannot afford someday. Out here, life is fragile. The rain may not come. The prey may not return. The fire may fade. But still, they live. Still, they laugh. Still, they dance. Because they know, every day lived is a victory. Soft, reflective. When was the last time you looked at your life and felt grateful just to be alive? When was the last time you watched the sunrise without checking your phone? When was the last time you said, I love you, not because you had to, but because you meant it? Pause, then build energy. Life is not waiting for you. Life is happening right now. This breath, this moment, this chance, stronger voice. You are not promised tomorrow. You are not promised another opportunity. You are not promised another sunrise. So live today. Say what needs to be said. Do what your heart has been whispering for too long. Start what you've been afraid to begin. Forgive what you've been carrying. Love like time is running out, because it is. Pause. The Hadzabe understands something powerful. Life is short, but it is wide. Each day can hold more joy, more connection, more meaning, if you are truly awake to it. They do not count the years, they count the moments. They do not measure wealth in money, they measure it in stories, in laughter, in freedom. Build energy, stronger. And maybe that's what you've been missing. Maybe you've been alive, but not living. Maybe you've been breathing, but not feeling. Maybe you've been existing, but not awakening. Pause, soft. It's time to wake up. Wake up to your purpose. Wake up to your potential. Wake up to the beauty of being alive. Build energy. Because when you live every day like it's your last, something changes inside you. Fear loses its grip. Doubt fades into courage. And the things that once seemed impossible become inevitable. Strong, motivational. You stop wasting time. You stop waiting for someday.
Ako yakita manasa. Inje nani? Kutula. Kula evena. Aku pola nani? Kutula pala kini okachana. Okakwa. Ikampele ampele teni. Ampele akaso. Kaketene na Hamana mabena. Hamana zakwa.
Tako bena ko tenye ko hako yeketena
api kuitati
Ako la misi koko bawa la misi
ako chati icha sa
la me bawa si pito isi pito wo kwesi okawo oba Avidet al baya ko bako ko la mi kwate ni yekete
ibahaga tume
kamana
ham
bagazie bena ko
bena umakwata kusangana be bena kwako
bamikhela kwetu
ishata umahlena kwithi
kuchungitsie ena takata
hakane kwake cheche kwake na huko kama kidangae
ngayeta ikakotopa
na waremi
ikamata kwanza kuthula bami yasemengo kwakatete kuthula kebe na kuthula mo ama iname
sane yate amana
Haka bena trako chini
Tanena pe masate te pana kwete.
When life breaks you, inspired by the Hadzabe Tribe, punchy contrast version. When you lose your money, you can make it back. When you lose your health, a part of yourself is gone. When you lose a job, you can find another. When you lose your courage, the path disappears. When life takes your comfort, it can be returned. When life takes your peace, it can be rebuilt with patience. When the sun scorches the plains, the Hadzabe endure. When hunger gnaws at the belly, they persist. When the prey runs from the arrow, they wait. When the storm rages across the land, they adapt. When life tests your patience, you can choose anger. When life tests your spirit, you can choose strength. When the path is unknown, they follow the signs. When your path is unclear, you must trust yourself. When the earth burns beneath your feet, they continue walking. When the world pushes you to the edge, you take the first step forward. When fear whispers, you cannot, you shout, I will. When doubt lingers, you take action anyway. When the night is long, it will end. When your spirit is tired, it can awaken stronger. When failure strikes, it is a teacher. When heartbreak comes, it is a guide. When the Hadzabe rise at dawn, you can rise too. When they walk miles barefoot, you can walk your path with courage. When they face the wild, you can face yourself. When life takes from you, it is shaping you. When life gives you nothing, it is teaching you patience. When life breaks you, it is preparing you for greatness. When hunger reminds them of scarcity, they remember abundance. When life reminds you of loss, you must remember your strength. When storms destroy the plains, they rebuild with care. When your world is broken, rebuild with wisdom. When the hunt is long, they track with patience. When your goals seem distant, persist with focus. When the sun scorches their backs, they do not complain. When the world pushes you, you do not surrender. When life bends them, they bend with it. When life bends you, you bend to learn, to grow, to rise. When the nights are cold, they huddle close. When your heart is lonely, hold on to yourself. When life whispers that it is impossible, the Hadzabe hunt anyway. When life whispers that you cannot, you act anyway. When you stumble, you can rise. When you break, you can rebuild. When you lose, you can learn. When the earth is harsh, they survive. When the world is cruel, you endure. When the fire burns, they do not falter. When the storm rages, you do not break. When hunger drives them to the edge, they endure. When life drives you to despair, you persist. When every step feels heavy, they keep walking. When every choice feels impossible, you keep moving. When life tries to silence them, they speak with action. When life tries to silence you, roar with purpose. When they bend under pressure, they rise with skill. When you bend under pressure, rise with courage. When the sun hides behind clouds, they continue.
Kwebe no toko toko iya
Akwese akawi. Yes, akawi. Kwa mna iya kumna. Kwa bena hii. Basha shama. Asa mna kwi. Kwa bena. Kwa mna kwa bena kamba. Kwa pi. Ataka musa chaniteka. Ako mtazania kwako. Mtazania kwako sababu. Tumeka. Bibi tu kamba hapo. Eba mimi musa. Afu bani watu wa mchuzi tu atumia mato.
Tako odomneshi no kwa.
Kama makubicha uma. Nakula nyama.
Mode. Tunamwachia mama chita.
Api otoe na asiki mieta ota ola bea mana.
Saka me ota ba mana kwa.
Kuna kuaka ika kuku na siki mieta ola na.
Aku tak pernah naik. Oh, ayah ani tinggi baik.